Hello everyone, how are you tonight? We're just waiting to get a few people to pop on. Wasn't it a beautiful day today? Oh my gosh, that sunshine is just, oh, I love it. My daughter leaves in the morning for Florida for a week for spring break. And, oh, I wish I was going with her. Well, she doesn't wish I was going with her though. She said it's supposed to be 90 all week when she's down there. Hello, Diane. How are you? And Nancy, how are you? I hope you all had a good day today. Got some fun things lined up tonight. So when you hop on, let me know where you're from. Nancy, I know where you're from. So Nancy's from right here in Michigan. She works at the studio with me with Rhonda, and we have some good times. So one of my sidelines, so in Stampin' Up you have Stampin' Up demonstrators, and then you have downlines, you know, people that sign up under them. And then sidelines are ones that have signed up under the same person you have, or thereabouts. So one of my sidelines, I'm good friends with her, and we just met last September. I knew her name before, but never had a face with the name. But last September, I was able to go to a leadership conference, and she was there, and I got to know her, and we became very good friends. Her name's Chris Colley, and she had suggested for Lent, instead of giving up something, she would give something in return. So she is going to make 40 cards and send 40 cards to 40 different people for the 40 days of Lent. And I thought, oh, what a great idea. Hello, Sue. So I thought, well, I don't celebrate Lent or partake in it. But I love that idea of sending that many cards during this time. So today I was busy. I had some cards made. Actually, I have a bunch made, and if you could see my desk, oh, not here, but just over this way out of the camera, I have a bunch of cards there too. But I wrote out and addressed 15 cards today, so they're all ready to go. There's postages on them, and they'll be going in the mail tomorrow. So I love that idea. Hello, Nancy. How are you? I hope you're staying warm. I know you had a busy day at Bacon today. My sister-in-law, Nancy, volunteers at a place called Bacon, and it helps the less fortunate that in time of need. And she volunteers her time every Thursday, and I just applaud her for that. That is wonderful. So tonight I wanted to start by saying, I don't know about you, but my heart is very heavy with what's going over in Ukraine, what's going on over in Ukraine and Russia, and I just hope that people are keeping those folks in our prayers and your thoughts, and even Russia, because they need it too. And I just pray that it doesn't last long and that it comes to an end in a positive way. So having said that and getting all teared up and everything, sorry about that, I wanted to tell you about some Stampin' Up Specials. So starting March 1st, it started yesterday, right? Yesterday. And going through March 31st, the mini Stampin' cut and emboss machine is, I wish you could see, it's just really cute. It's just compact. Anyways, it's normally $60 and it's on sale for 20% off. So that makes it $48. So you save $12 on it through the end of the month. Along with it, they have coordinating bundles that are 20% off as well. Now, anyone who has done anything with Stampin' Up or has watched, looked at their catalogs and that, you probably know, or if you don't, their bundles are at a 10% discount already. So when you buy, I just had a bundle. When you buy a stamp set and the matching dies that go with it, it's called a bundle. Well, in this case, it would be the dies. A bundle is also a stamp set with a matching punch. That is also considered a bundle. The bundles are reduced at 10% off when you buy them together. So not only do you get the 10% off, but you get the 20% off as well. And there's 13 of the bundles that are being offered at the 20% off on top of the 10%. And the dies all fit in this little mini machine. So this mini machine is very compact. It can sit right on your work surface and be very handy to just grab and use when you need it, and then just fold it back up and put it away. It's wonderful, and I'm going to show you how we use it. I'm going to use it both with dies and with embossing folders, both the standard embossing folder and the 3D embossing folder. Okay, so I guess I'll point you to my surface. I'm hoping that you can see everything that I do. Let's get over here. How's that? Is that good? Okay. So this is the machine. It just, you know, look at my hand. It's pretty compact. I'm making sure that I'm in the camera, and then it just opens like this. And it's, you can go up to 3, I think it's 3 7/8 wide. Anything that's under 3 7/8 inch wide can fit through this machine. These are the plates. I'm going to set this aside. So these are the plates that come with it. So you get your base plate. You get the 2 acrylic plates. You get the plate to use with their standard embossing folder. And you get the plate that goes with the 3D embossing folder. The 3D embossing folder is a little bit thicker than the standard embossing folder, and it gives different layers of embossing. So I'll show you the difference in those two. So I'm going to bring my machine back over here. And I've got my plates. And I'm going to use the standard embossing folder first. So you can see that they're pretty, they're not that wide. Let me show you one that's wider. Some of them can get up to that wide, so you can see the difference in the embossing folder and how this one would not fit through this machine. But it does fit through the standard size Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So this embossing folder is called Dottie Hearts Embossing Folder. Let me use this one first, because this one's going to show you more detail and you'll be able to see it better in the camera. Okay, so I want to take my embossing folder and I want to take a piece of cardstock. I'm going to use I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler, which is a red. And I'm going to open my folder, and I'm going to place this piece of cardstock in there, and I'm actually going to line it up right on that line, and that way I know that it is level. It's straight. So then it says on the plate, it tells you exactly how to sandwich it. When using the standard embossing folder, you use number 1, which is this one, number 1. And then you put your embossing folder and paper that's inside it in there. And then you use number 3. And that's the sandwich that you use. Now when you put an embossing folder through any stamping machine, embossing machine, you want to make sure that you put the hinge end in first. You don't want to put it in this way with the open end. You want to put the hinge end in first. So then you just put it down there and you crank it through. And I'm sorry if I'm shaking the table, I'll try to go slower. And it just moves just like butter. And then you have this beautiful embossed piece of cardstock. And I hope you can see the detail in it. I think you can. So that's a standard embossing folder. Now I'm going to show you a 3D embossing folder. And I think I'm going to show you snowflakes, even though we're done with snow. I mean, we're not, but we are so over it. We are ready for that sunshine. For those of you who weren't on already, my daughter's leaving for Florida in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning. And she said it's supposed to be 90 degrees all week down there. So again, I'm taking my folder, I'm putting my piece of cardstock in there, and it's a piece of Pool Party. And I'm lining it up on the line so I know it's straight. Then I have to take number 1, the base plate, then my embossing folder with the hinge end in first. Then I use plate number 4 when using the 3D embossing folders. And again, you just start it in there and you run it through, and again, it runs pretty easy. And see, it's quiet. It's very nice. And then this, you can see the folder on it with that blue behind it. And then there's the 3D. So you can see the difference. The standard embossing folder is a little flatter, where the 3D has much more depth to it. Very beautiful. Now I do want to show you one more 3D, which is in this package. It's called Wintry 3D, and it has the snowflakes, and it has pine boughs. And I want to show you these pine boughs because they are absolutely stunning. Again, you've got your base plate, number 1, your 3D embossing folder with the hinge end in first, and then your 3D, the dark gray plate that goes on top. Slide it in until it gets there. And someone said if I got a rubber mat, it wouldn't slide around so much, which I think they are right. But I've got this on a piece of paper, and the paper's just sliding all over, so I apologize for that. And then, oh, look at that beautiful evergreen. So beautiful. You could make bookmarks out of these. There's so many things you could do. Calendars, cards, 3D projects, you name it. You can use this stuff on anything. Scrapbooking. I know there's a lot of scrapbookers out there. They say, "Oh, I don't make cards. I don't need Stampin' Up." Well, oh my goodness, there's so much with. You could use Stampin' Up stuff with scrapbooking. Okay, so I'm going to put these plates aside, and I'm going to put so those are the embossing folders. So now I want to show you how to use the dies, which is actually going to be part of our cards too. So again, I told you the width is only 3 7/8, so it's got to be smaller than that to fit through this machine. So I have a piece of cardstock, and I believe I cut it at 3 1/2. 3 1/2, yep, that 3 1/2. Again, I'm going to take my number 1, my base plate, and then I'm going to use an acrylic plate. And there's 2 acrylic plates, number 2. You can see the number 2 on each of them. And you can see one is all cut up, that's from the dies, and one's clear. I always use this one on the bottom, and I use this one on the top. I don't know if that's the right way, but I know that's what I like to do, so that's what I do. You do want to flip your plates every once in a while so that they don't start bowing, because they are running through a very compressed machine. Alright, so I've got my base plate and my acrylic plate. Then I'm having my piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to use from my scallop contour dies, this little scalloped frame, if you will. And I'm going to put that down there. I don't know if you can still see it. I think you can. And then I'm going to put my other acrylic plate on top of it, so it makes that sandwich. Alright. Then I'm going to push it in, and then I'm going to start cranking. And this runs pretty easy. And again, if I'm shaking the table, I'm sorry. And if you hear that sound, don't panic. It's just part of the snapping and cracking. It's all what it does. It doesn't hurt anything. And then there's our label. Now I'm going to need 4 of these for tonight's project. What I'm going to do with tonight's project is I'm going to show you how to quickly make 4 cards in no time at all. And I promise you it's going to be quick. Okay, so I'm going to start this again. Push it in. Sometimes I like to do it this way, and then I can start it by holding it at the end. It's whatever, you can do it forward or sideways. The machine does go both ways, so I fed it through this way, and then I'll show you what I do. Here's another one. I'm just going to throw that scrap of paper away. Then I have this one, and I'm going to put this on there. See, so you don't have to pick it up every time. You can just make your sandwich right here. And then it goes through the other way too. And I'm having trouble with this long piece of paper. Now sometimes if you have trouble feeding it, remember it is plastic. I mean, it's acrylic, so it slides, it slips. So you want to just keep trying. If it doesn't work, just flip one of the plates around. And this does not want to feed through this way. So I'm glad this is happening, because some people have said they're having trouble doing that. So I'm going to try to go from this way, and it's grabbing the one plate and it's not grabbing the other ones. Okay, back up here. Okay, now feed it in. Now it's feeding this way. Okay. So if it doesn't like to go one way, try the other way. It should go both ways, but this is a pretty tight sandwich, so don't give up hope. And then I'm going to try to do this again this way, because I'm not giving up. There. I will not give up. That's the stubbornness in me. And then there's 4. Okay, so we have our 4 labels, if you will. We are done with our mini Stampin' Emboss, cut and emboss machine. So I can just fold it up and put it away. Put it, tuck it in the corner of my desk. And I have my 4 labels. I'm going to set those aside. Then I'm going to take my paper trimmer. My card tonight is white. It's a white base. So I'm going to actually score it first at 5.5. And I'm going to actually do another one because you can get 2 cards out of a piece of cardstock. And I told you we were going to make 4. And we're going to make 4 really quick. So then I turn the paper long ways, and I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4, which is half of 8 1/2. And there's your 2 cards. And 4 1/4, cut it again. And there's my other 2 cards. So now I have 4 cards. Card bases, anyway. And then I'm going to take my bone folder, and I'm going to fold each one of these. I'm going to burnish that edge so it stays nice and folded, so it doesn't pop up like that. My doggy Rufus is in the house tonight. Well, they're all in the house, but he is up here with me tonight. He loves being by my side. He just doesn't like to be away from me. Okay, so now I have 4 card bases, and I have 4 labels. I'm going to use from the Happy and Heartfelt stamp set. I'm going to use the one that says Lucky Me. Now, I don't believe in luck at all, but I love the font of this, and the card is going to be beautiful. I don't know about beautiful, but cute. So I have my Lucky Me stamp. I have not assembled it yet, so I want to peel that waxy paper off. Then I want to find the label for it, and again it's cut in half, so you want to peel one half off and peel the other half off, and then you've got that sticker there. Do not touch it with your fingers. You want to make sure that you never touch it with your fingers because it's very sticky. And also when you lay this down, once you lay it down, it's stuck, so you can't get that out. So you want to be sure to line that up very carefully. Then you push it down, peel it up, and there it is on the stamp. Then I put those away. And I don't assemble all my stamps because I don't use them all. And then when they retire and I have my BOGO, my buy one get one free retirement sale, then people know the ones that I've used, and the ones that aren't assembled obviously have not been used. They're brand new, so they can see that. So then I'm just going to take my stamp and my acrylic block, and I'm just going to push down on it and pick it up. And then I know that it's straight. Okay, then I'm going to take, I wanted, what was that color? I wanted, shaded spruce. I wanted shaded spruce ink, but I don't have that ink pad. I cannot believe I don't have that ink pad. I was amazed that I do not have it. So I do have Garden Green, and I tested it, and it does look fine with the shaded spruce. So I'm going to take the Lucky Me ink, and I'm just going to tap, 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 kiss, kiss, kiss. Don't push hard, just tap, tap, tap. And then I'm going to put it down toward the lower center part of the label. And then you've got this beautiful font, Lucky Me. And I'm going to do that with all 4 of them. So who's going to be the lucky one and get one of these cards from me? Remember, I got to send out 40 in 40 days. 15 are already going tomorrow. Are you one of them? Make sure I have your address. Diane, I don't have your address. I want your address. Give me an address and I'll send you a beautiful card, I promise. Okay, so I cleaned that. I'm going to close this up. That's all the ink I need tonight. Then I'm going to put on the back of each one of these labels dimensionals. You know they're my favorite. Well, one of my favorite things. Another thing that just came out with Stampin' Up is Waves of the Ocean, and it's beautiful blue hues. Everything in it is all blues. I shouldn't say everything. There are some different colors, but for the most part they're blue. And there's designer series paper. There's blue foils paper. Oh my gosh, gorgeous. Blue rhinestones. I don't know, 4 or 5 different shades of blues, and they sparkle like Swarovski jewels. Oh my goodness, they're so beautiful. Dies and a stamp set. So you can order those starting today. And no, I'm sorry, I'm a day off. March 2nd is when they went on sale. That was yesterday. You can, and it's good through May 2nd. And it's only while supplies last. And then I'm adhering those down here. Just peeling these papers off the dimensionals and sticking it on the card. White on white. So, the blue rhinestones, the designer series paper, and the foils are only good while supplies last. Well, up to March 2nd or while supplies last. May 2nd, I'm sorry. May 2nd or while supplies last. The dies and the stamp set are going to carry over into the new annual catalog. So if you want that paper or the rhinestones, you better get them while you can. And I'm telling you, those rhinestones, they're not going to last till May 2nd. I can tell you that right now. So make sure you get them while you can. Stock up on them, because obviously you'll be able to use the stamp set and bundle afterwards. So we just have this card that has the scallop label, and it says Lucky Me. You're thinking, oh, Arlena, these are pretty boring. Oh, just wait. Just wait. So then I have the heart punch bundle. And one is a solid heart and one is a scalloped heart. And they actually fit right inside of each other. So I'm going to do 4 of the mint macaron. This is mint macaron. It's a muted green color and very pretty. Got 4 across there, awesome. Put that aside, and then I'm going to do 4 of the scalloped in the shaded spruce. And I'm not going to get 4 across there because the scallops are wider. Okay, put that aside. Put my heart punches aside. Then I'm going to take my adhesive, and I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of these, and I'm going to kind of mat that shaded spruce scalloped heart. So see what I'm doing there? Cute, huh? Do you have the paper or rhinestones to show us now? Nancy, I do not, but I am going to get them. I don't know if I'll have them by next week when I do my live, but I will see if I can get them. I will definitely show you them when I get them. You're not going to be disappointed, though. I will tell you that. Oh, you have mine. Sue, you said, oh, you have mine. You're what? I don't know what we were saying when you said that. Okay. Now again, I want to flip these over and I want to put dimensionals on these. And I'm actually going to show you another tip. When you use your dimensionals, you know, all these little hexagon shapes, you have this border around here of dimensionals. They're just not cut. So all you have to do is cut them, and it gives you even more dimensionals, because who cares if they're a hexagon or not, because you can't see when they're stuck down to your card. So use every bit of this. So you get 300 dimensionals in a pack, but when you cut the border out and use all these, see, I just used all those. You get about another 100. So why wouldn't you do that instead of throwing that away? Oh, don't throw that away. All right, so I've got my dimensionals on my hearts. Then I'm going to just peel the backing off. And then I'm going to place this here. Cute, cute, cute. Oh, you have my... Oh, yes. I do have your address, Sue. Yes, I actually know exactly where you live, Sue. You're so funny. You crack me up. How are you feeling, by the way? Are you feeling any better? You're probably not with how much working you're doing. Okay, and then I'm going to just throw these dimensional backings away, get them out of the way. Okay, so we're not done yet. We're going to take our picker tool and we're going to use these iridescent rhinestones. So I'm going to take a large rhinestone and put it right there. And then I'm going to take a medium iridescent rhinestone and put it right there. And then I'm going to take a small one and put it right there. How do you like that? Is it cute? Do you like it? Oh, I'm glad you're doing better, Sue. I don't know if you can see the rhinestones or not, how they shimmer. They're iridescent, so. And then I'm going to finish making the other three cards. This pick tool, I don't know what I did without it. It has putty on the end and you just pick those up and stick it down. It's just so easy. I believe this is $12, $10, $12, and you get two putty ends. So it will last you quite a while, and then they have refills for the putty as well. Okay, put those aside, put my cat back on my pick tool, and there I have 4 cards, lickety split, and that's with talking the whole time. So think how fast you could whip those up. Do you like them? I hope so. Sue loves it. Nancy loves it. Yay. Okay, I'm going to point it back up. Okay. Now I'm too high. There we go. There we go. All right. So, yep. So the special that they announced from March 1st through March 31st is the mini Stampin' Emboss machine. $12 off, 20% off, which comes out to $12. So it's $48 for you. It is also 13 coordinating bundles that work in the mini machine. And those are also 20% off. Keep in mind, they're already 10% off in the catalog, because when you bundle, they're cheaper than buying the stamp set and the dies separately. So you get the 10% off normally, and then you're going to get another 20% off of that. So great deal right now for that. The Waves of the Ocean, go to StampinUp.com, and it should be the landing page, the Waves of the Ocean. And click on that, and you'll see all the different product that is in that collection, and it is just stunning, absolutely stunning. I think the whole collection is maybe $79, and that comes with the foils. There's 6 pieces of foil, 3 colors, 2 of each piece, and they're 3 different colors of blue. The designer series paper, the stamp set, the dies, the rhinestones. Is that it? So it's really a good deal. Yes, Nancy, you like them. Easy to do. You like the rhinestones? You like the mini? You like the mini? You like the dies? What do you like? I was sitting there talking. I didn't see your comment. Sorry. For those of you who liked the magnet board kits, I did contact Stampin' Up. I had to contact them about something else. I just thought I would just ask to see if they knew when the availability of those, if they would be getting any more in. And they said they should be coming out with an announcement in the next few days. So hopefully I can bring you good news and let you know if when those are available. The cards that you made, yes, thank you, Nancy. They are. They're kind of simple but sweet, and I think that those rhinestones just add to it. They just, yeah, they're. I don't know. Can you see? The rhinestones? The picture I'm looking at right now on my laptop doesn't do those rhinestones any justice. Those rhinestones just sparkle, 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 and you can't really see it. So I'm sorry, but yeah, so make sure you send me your address, and maybe you'll get a card from me. And I hope everyone has a good rest of the week. So my daughter's heading to Florida tomorrow for spring break. Bunch of college kids and young adults, which I guess that's better than high schoolers, but it's her first spring trip she's ever been on, and she is 23 years old, so so it'll be fun. I hope they all have a good time and that they have safe travels. I also am leaving tomorrow to go to Kentucky to see my other daughter, and I'll be there just for a few days, and then I'll be back. Um, so I hope you guys all have a good evening and a good weekend. Hopefully spring is right around the corner, and we get some more sunshine and all the snow goes away. Um, Sometimes simple is more effective than complex. Yes, Nancy. Actually, someone just said that today. Um, or was it yesterday? It was yesterday. Less is more. More often than not, less is always more. So sometimes simple can be really stunning. Try a black and white card, just black and white, and just simple, and it is it is stunning. Um, it is really great. Thank you, Nancy. I will drive safely. I should have good roads tomorrow, so that's good. I'm driving in the daytime, so that's good. Um, Poor Megan, she got pushed. I don't know, pushed, slammed. I don't know what you want to call it, up against a barn today from a cow. So she's in a little bit of pain. So hopefully she'll be okay. Um, Other than that, I hope you guys just enjoy stamping. Um, and make sure when you make cards, send them out. Send them to people. Even just an acquaintance or someone you haven't talked to in a long time. Man, what a great feeling to get a card from someone that you haven't heard from in a long time. Or someone that you just talked to a couple weeks ago. So have fun and enjoy yourselves, and happy stamping. Bye-bye.